Happy Virgo season. I hope you guys are excited. There's a lot of amazing opportunities here this Virgo season for us to really explore and feel connected to. I know a lot of you guys are wondering about this beautiful, beautiful Sun opposition Neptune and Neptune, Saturn opposition Neptune. Sorry, Sun opposition Saturn. How I feel about it is kind of like the way to go through this energy is to understand that you need to be really serious about who you are. For me, for example, I have Sun opposition Neptune in my 1st and 7th house, right? So that's the kind of energy I'll get back to. Guys, it's been crazy. Like for me, I've been having troubles with logins. I've been having troubles just in terms of getting, energy going. It's just been, you really have to understand that in your heart of hearts, you know the truth. It's going to be rough because Virgo wants to make everything clear. But Pisces wants to feel a part of something bigger. And the thing is that it's an opposition. So here you want to feel a part of something bigger. But here we just had the corona pandemic. You don't want to be a part of that. You need to choose your own community and work towards that. This is definitely a community time. Pisces rules the 12th house. This is subconscious. This is us getting stressed out and rushing into the subconscious. This is us needing to take a break. Mercury is coming back into retrograde, and it's going to be into retrograde till September 15th. This is us being so nitpicky. We know the answer. We have Merlin and Leo. We have Hestia and Leo. We know the answers, but it's taking us to be confident and courageous to move forward. And you can't ask that from a lot of people because a lot of people are so caught in their spiritual blocks to open up as a person. So they're blocked from Merlin. Let me just say something really clear. Just because Merlin's in Leo does not mean everybody has access to it. Just because Hestia is in Leo doesn't mean everybody uses it. These are power placements. Because Hestia is in Leo and Merlin's in Leo, the only way you're going to access it is to open your heart. When you don't open your heart, you stay caged in, you rush to the subconscious. And this is why I'm telling everybody that you need to be careful in Virgo season. Is because not everybody's super rich and not everybody's super poor and not everybody's super this and not everybody's super that. It's about understanding that you can be in the in-between. Right? So it's about understanding, like, we have social media, but what are you using it for? Who are you connecting with? Are you just connecting with your lower self on social media to give yourself an uplift? I mean, it's Hestia and Leo. It's going to be bad. We all know what happens to people who stay brokenhearted. They just attract brokenhearted things, especially with Hygeia still in Aquarius. I don't like talking about that too much. But it is important to realize, like, the more ill-mannered you act, the more I see crisis with Aquarius, rebellion leading to sabotage. It is those kinds of days when you have to take a step back and plan things out more. That is the Virgo nature of this aspect. It is uncomfortable to open your heart when you've been rejected. For some of you with this Venus in retrograde, it is uncomfortable to not know really where things are going in certain relationships. But you have your horoscope. You should watch your horoscope. You know what's happening. But it is true. Like Merlin's and Leo, use your magical skill. The only way you can use your magical skill is to open up your heart. We just had the corona pandemic. And now looking at all the astrology, it feels totally different to me. It feels like corona is a border. Like obviously, the more crazier you act, the more susceptible you are to getting it, right? I'm not going to be weird. But it seems... some people say it's connected to certain asteroids, right? Some people were saying it was bad Lucifer. Some people are saying like Wuhan. Some people are saying like it was like Algol or something. Like these are some of the aspects that are coming up in the astrology, and it is uncomfortable because these are aspects we have to kind of rise up. Like, you don't want to be on Wu Wan, you want to be on Merlin. But the only way to be on Merlin is if you open your heart. And opening your heart means you have to, like, talk about things you don't want to talk about and be really honest. And that's really difficult. But there's Hestia and Leo telling you that there are other people who are going through the same thing. And the more you open up, the more you realize it's not just about the fake nails, fake tan, perfect body, Virgo season thing. It's like, maybe it really is about reaching out and connecting with someone on a deep level and just being super present. The only thing I can really say for this Sun opposition Saturn is that you have to accept the limits of the situation. The more you accept it, the more you're propelled into spiritual growth, but the limitations itself are chosen. So it's like, your limitation could be like, oh my God, I spent too much. That's my limitation. I can't spend too much tomorrow because I spent too much today. Or your limitation could be, I just chose not to go that direction with that relationship because I felt like it was unnecessary. It could be the small things. The more you own your choices, like for example, with Hygeia and Aquarius, it's like our thoughts are like a bubble and we're just pulling onto them. Pulling. You know, and it's so difficult because it's Mercury in retrograde in one of the most pragmatic, organized signs on top of the money asteroid. So we're already revising how we think about money. And money is not an easy topic. Let's just be real. The pandemic slowed down businesses. I know a bunch of lesbian bars were shut down. This is a really, really, really sore time, especially for me. I have Chiron and Virgo. Have you guys watched the Lesbian Bar Project? There's lesbian bars that had to shut down because of the pandemic. And lesbianism is not about making money off the bars. I mean, it's obviously it's a part of the LGBTQIA, and it's important to realize that lack of money does touch on these subjects of visibility and things. And that's why I think Virgo season is going to be really intense. The good news is the more you can embrace the limitations of Saturn and Pisces and understand that you're not getting corona again. This is why. Because I choose to wash my hands, because I choose to put more hours in my day, because I choose to take my vitamins, because I choose to save some time for me, because I choose to wash my clothes, because I choose to wash my hands. The more you can realize that it really is a safe place, this Virgo season. But you have to realize that a lot of how people got corona was through Neptune and Pisces. So it is about understanding, like, this Neptunic energy with the opposition to the sun could bring some of that trauma. Chiron is in Aries, and that is an in conjunct to Virgo. So it is the preparation that comes into more healing on a community based rather than on the self-based. If you're self-obsessed, you cannot help the community. The more you get out of self-obsession, the more you link to the magical power of bringing people together, accepting your reality, literally just being a better person, and that does bring you better safety and clarity so far this Virgo season. More updates to come.